Where do you want to start?
Well, it's one of those plays that I've loved pretty much my entire life. I just have always thought it was so beautiful and charming.
And it's really a wonderful story. You know, it's a very romantic, fresh, intriguing kind of romance of how do people get along.
When I read it again, I thought, well, it kind of is about what we all go through in our lives.
You know, she's a suburban girl who is really dying to have a kind of wild, unusual experience living in Greenwich Village.
There's something really exciting about getting into a marriage because the sky's the limit. Let's see where it takes us, you know, and that's great.
It's about things that are universally true for everybody who's ever been in love or momentarily fallen out of love.
It's going to be very realistic, really. I mean, it's going to look like a real, hopefully, Greenwich Village apartment in 1965, and the clothes are going to look like real clothes from 1965.
It's almost like journalism, I think. You know, he's just kind of presenting like a documentary of like what it was like to be married and have a mother in the middle of the century.
It was an amazing moment in the middle of the 60s. You know, a lot of things changed and suddenly got rethought. And this play happens at that moment.
I've always loved this play. I worked on it when I was in school for acting. And then when Scott Elliott came to me to do it, I was really scared, and I just was so scared. And then I don't know, he just had a lot of faith in me to do it. And then when Patrick Wilson came on board, then I really felt like it was meant to be.
With Amanda and I, you know, we kind of came in, shook hands, nice to meet you. We're newlyweds, let's jump right in, you know. And I think if the chemistry wasn't strong, then we probably wouldn't be here right now.
Gee, everybody is so good and so right, I think, for their roles that it's been a pleasure.
And it was so famous and so well known. Oh, it's Barefoot in the Park. Oh, yeah. But then you start to think, wow, it hasn't been done in almost 40 years. So that really appealed to me. That's something that you know, we could see how it works now. And of course, it stands up great. You know, you never get tired of watching newlyweds and people learn about each other. You know, that never goes away. The love story never goes away.
This really has an innocence, and I think people will be charmed by the freshness and the innocence of the love and the new relationship.
I just wanted to work on something that wasn't cynical and that was kind of romantic and emotional. So,
I mean, you know, for me, that's worth the price of admission, just seeing these beautiful people in their underwear. For one thing, you get to see Patrick in his tighty-whities, right? Buy a ticket. Exactly.